start from the record of the disciplinary proceedings. It intimates that the petitioner has written an application dated 1/12/2001 to the inquiry officer requesting therein to supply the copies of the statement recorded, if any, during the course of inquiry. Full stop. On this application, there is an order of the inquiry officer to the senior administrative officer to supply copies of the documents on deposit of requisite fee so that he may submit his written reply in time, but there is no document to show that the documents so demanded were actually supplied to him on 3/12/2001. The petitioner again wrote an application to the inquiry officer demanding 13 documents, details of which is given in clear words in the said application. Full stop. There is an application dated 15/1/2002 of the petitioner on record in which petitioner has requested to keep the inquiry proceedings in abeyance as he has given a representation to the High Court for transfer of inquiry to some other district. Full stop. There is no order on the said application. Full stop. There is another application dated 12/1/2002 written by the petitioner to the inquiry officer demanding certain documents apparently that two were not supplied to enable him to put his version effectively. Full stop. Moreover, the petitioner had indicated the relevancy of the documents so demanded by him. Full stop. Similar request was made wide applications dated 2/2/2002 and 8/2/2002 and 28/2/2002. Full stop. There is nothing on record to show that at any point of time the inquiry officer had observed that the documents demanded by the petitioner are not relevant or the witnesses whom the petitioner wants to examine are not relevant. Full stop. On the contrary, there is admission of the opposite parties that the petitioner had demanded the documents. Full stop. Mere saying that the documents were supplied to the petitioner would not absolve the responsibility of the opposite parties. Full stop. There is no documentary evidence letter to prove that the documents so that demanded by the petitioner were supplied through a letter. Full stop. It may be added that the stand taken in paragraph 14 of the counter affidavit is contrary to the recorded produced by the respondents. Full stop. Para. It may be added that in the charge sheet the primary charge against the petitioner is that during preliminary inquiry it was found that a racket is operating for filing fake claim petitions on fictitious names with fake documents, and petitioner is also involved in filling the fictitious claim petitions with the aid of certain clerks and advocates. Full stop. Per usual of the inquiry report reveals that the inquiry officer did not examine any witness to prove the charges labeled against the petitioner, and only on the ground that there is no denial by the petitioner it has been held that it was involved in the racket and recorded that both the charges proved. Full stop. There must be clinching evidence to connect the delinquent employee with the charges labeled against him. Full stop. It was the pious duty of the inquiry officer to ascertain the truth, being the independent invigilator, as to how and in what manner the petitioner is involved in racket. Full stop.